Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Bukumi Bike Crown. Hope you guys are feeling good. So I'm here with a guest.
My name is Ogbu. Uche. Super excited to be here.
Alright, so we're going to be checking out a video together titled 10 Biggest Lies About Islam. So let's check it out.
We have heavily been exploring the religion of Islam here in FTD Facts, and over time we have found a collection of misconceptions and myths and some straight up lies about Islam. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at 10 of the biggest lies about the religion of Islam. Welcome back to FTD Facts, guys. My name is Leroy Kenton. We got a very interesting episode coming right up, so make sure you watch from 10 all the way down to 1 because I don't want you to miss any of the information that we're going to be sharing in this episode. The first lie is Muslims worship a moon god. So some non-Muslims mistakenly believe that Allah is an Arab god or a moon god or some type of idol. However, Allah is in the Arabic language a proper name for God, and Arabic-speaking Christians also use the name Allah for God. Now, one of the main factors of this belief is because one of the first uses of the crescent moon came from the 2nd century BC, where it represented the ancient Mesopotamian moon god Nana. And now today the crescent moon is associated with Islam. So many non-Muslims say, well, look, you worship the moon god. There's even a moon in the symbol of your religion. Next up at number 9, most Muslims are Arabs. Okay, so Islam is often associated with Arab people. But did you know that Arabs make up only 15% of all Muslims? The country with the largest Muslim population is actually Indonesia, and large numbers of Muslims are also found in Asia, Africa, Europe, as well as other parts of the world. Muslims are encouraged to learn Arabic because they believe that the only language that you can really get the full extent of the Quran is in Arabic. Islam oppresses women. Practices like forced marriage, spousal abuse are actually things that contradict Islamic law, and most of the bad treatment towards women actually come from people's own evil natures and their own cultures and their beliefs, and it's completely separate from the faith of Islam itself. Muslims are extremists. Now, this is a big one. Many Muslim leaders and scholars frequently speak out against all forms of extremism, and they offer different explanations and interpretations of Muslim teachings that have been twisted by others to promote extremism. Muslims believe the entire Quran, taken as a complete text, gives a message of hope as well as peace and faith and good virtues, and any form of extremism cannot be justified under proper interpretation of the Islamic faith. Oh boy! Islam is intolerant of other faiths. Muslims are constantly reminded that they are not the only ones who worship God. Specifically, Jews and Christians are called the people of the book in the Quran, meaning that those are people who also received previous revelations from God and are also can be seen as true worshippers of God. Also in Surah 2 verses 256 in the Quran, it says, "There is no compulsion in religion." And this is interpreted to mean that you cannot force anyone to become a Muslim. You still gotta respect other people's beliefs. Halfway in at number 5, jihad means holy war. So jihad in Arabic does not mean holy war. It actually means to strive or to struggle or to persevere. And jihad can be something that's done personally, or it can also involve a community. So in effect, jihad really means to become closer to God. And this type of struggle, jihad, is to ensure that a peaceful and equitable community still continues to exist. Of course, self-defense is acceptable to protect yourself and your community from any sort of like dangers. However, any form of offensive aggression is prohibited in Islam. Alright, number 4, Islamic prayer doesn't really have any meaning. Most people now know that Muslims are to pray 5 times a day. And now in Islam, there are several benefits to prayer. The daily prayers help keep Muslims' minds on God, and it helps Muslims to remember the Quran because they recite passages of the Quran, as well as it's a time to go before God to express thanks, to ask for forgiveness, to look for guidance in your life. So there's a whole lot of meaning for Muslims when it comes to prayer. Alright, number 3, Jesus is completely irrelevant in Islam. That's actually not true. Jesus, however, is revered as a prophet and the Messiah in Islam. The Islamic faith believes that Jesus will return as a Messiah and defeat the Antichrist. This view is also very similar to the Christian view. The only difference is that Muslims don't view Jesus as the Son of God. He's just seen as a prophet when you compare it to the Christian faith. Alright guys, we got 2 more left. So the crescent moon is a universal symbol of Islam. It's actually, yeah, it's not. Okay, so the early Muslim community did not really have any sort of symbols or anything. Now the crescent moon, as well as the star symbol, they actually predate Islam by several thousands of years. And as a matter of fact, they weren't affiliated with Islam at all until the Ottoman Empire placed it on their flag. And over time, the symbol became more associated with Islam, but it's not actually their official symbol. That just doesn't exist. And the number one biggest lie, myth, misconception about Islam is that Muhammad is the founder of Islam and Muslims worship him. Muslims believe that Muhammad was God's final prophet and communicated God's final revelation to humanity. Muslims consider Adam, the first man created, to actually be the first Muslim because he was, of course, surrendered to the will of God, and that's what the term Muslim means, one who surrenders to the will of God. Muhammad is held in great esteem, but he's not to be worshipped because worship is only meant to be directed towards God, and it's completely forbidden to worship anyone or anything else. Muslims may, however, celebrate Muhammad's birthday similar to the way that Americans celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you in this episode.
Yeah. For the Muhammad part, at first, that's what I always think. Most of the time when I hear about Prophet Muhammad, I always think, okay, the same way they worship Allah, they worship Prophet Muhammad. But like he said, he's just a prophet, you know. So they don't worship Prophet Muhammad, they worship Allah. Because there was a video I made last time and I made an error with that, and people actually came for me, and now I've been corrected. Yeah, there's so many conception about this whole thing, about Muslim oppressing women. That's what is really happening even in African countries now. People believe that all this whole thing happening, making sure that 12 years old child is getting married to an allergy, all this kind of, but I think it's part of their religion. It's not them trying to oppress them or whatever, because if it was so, the family won't give their children hands in marriage at that young age. I don't think they do that. And a lot of things it spoke about the lies of Islam, about them worshiping the moon, and God is like an idol, like that is Allah is idol. No, they don't worship him as an idol. So those are the misconceptions about the Islam that I got to learn a lot from this video. What do you think?
Okay, there's one thing I just got corrected right now, is that mostly I feel Allah refers to, that's the way the Muslim calls God, but I just found out now actually is in God meaning of God in Arabic. So Allah means God in Arabic.
Okay.
Yeah, since the Quran is written in Arabic, most Muslims are encouraged to learn Arabic so they're able to read it, because they believe it's where you get the full meaning of it. And so if it's translated, some meanings and some will be lost. Okay, and also when it comes to being oppressive with women, because even Saudi Arabia is well known for the oppression of women per se, the way people, in quote, are now even restricting some things. Women can now watch football, women can now drive. With time, it's just more of culture and the way, the belief system, not really about Islam. You could see some people choose to be extremists, not because Islam say, oh, we're fighting a jihad, and no, they know what they're fighting for, something else. The Boko Haram, if you ask them what are they fighting for, they say they're fighting against Western education. Why are you fighting against Western education? And you fighting against Western education, you kidnapped some girls and you're even impregnating some of them.
Yeah.
So you're fornicating, you're killing, and that is not because of anything or because of some jihad or something about Islam you're fighting. You choose to be a terrorist, Yeah, even though some people, because of they read, I see, like, it's about indoctrination and what you read. See, when, like I said some time ago in the video we made, it's about the videos, or the people we listen to. Some people don't read the Quran to understand for themselves, they wait and listen to their imam. And those people, some of them have different agendas, and they'll push that agenda into you. They'll like brainwash you, and you start doing things. You can imagine you going to blow yourself up, saying you're dying for, you go to this, you just committed suicide, that's a sin. You just killed other people, that's a sin. And other things. So definitely there's no way you're going to say you're going to heaven. So a lot of misconceptions, and with these past few weeks I've been learning about these things, and I'm like an eye opener for me.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all in today's video. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more, like, share, and comment. I'm going to be dropping his channel link in the description box for more reaction videos. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.